sure they have solid reasoning behind why they did it. I just didn't like it, but I'm not second guessing anybody.
Yeah. I totally agree. I didn't agree with the decision, but that's the decision that was made. And so the Dodgers move on and the Cardinals go home. And
Yeah, Twitter will take care of it.
yeah. Yeah.
That's what they do. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. One more thing before we go here. So like I said, World Series fast approaching. Do you have we're talking that you're high on the Dodgers. Do you have a team that you think's going to win the World Series if you had to guess?
If I had to guess, I saw that JD Martinez and Sale, and I haven't talked to, I was telling the guys the other night, because I saw Cora on, so I texted him that let's go, we got to win this thing. And then I went, uh-oh, I better text Boone too. So I text him, so let's go, we got to win this thing. and they both text me back, and the guys that up here at Del Lago were laughing because they said, aren't these guys supposed to be getting ready for a game? I go, hey, they got to deal with karma, man. They don't want me putting any voodoo on them. But, and I haven't talked to them, but I just saw that with the Red Sox that they had, Sale and JD Martinez are in this next round. For whatever reason, I got a good feeling about the Red Sox, and I have a good feeling about the Dodgers. So I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
As if those two teams are in the World Series, it's not going to surprise me.
Yeah, I know the media would love that matchup, Boston, LA. That's definitely what the media wants.
Yeah, it's like the old Celtics Lakers.
Yeah, exactly. A rematch they played in 2018 in the World Series. So that would definitely be a fun matchup, fun to cover. So
yeah, and that's not going off some expert analysis. I just, for whatever reason, you can call it a gut feel or whatever. I feel upbeat about those two teams. So, and I really felt upbeat about the Red Sox going in against the Yankees. And I told all the knuckleheads in the neighborhood that I felt good about that one. And I feel good about what I'm saying for the World Series. Guys in Tampa are going to not agree with me, but that's just the way I don't know. It's just I have a good feeling about that matchup happening.
Yeah, and that would be interesting. That would be the second all-time wild card World Series.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, I'm no expert analysis. I'm just telling you who, for whatever reason, I feel like they have something behind them, some type of momentum or mojo or something. When I see them, I just feel like they got things going in their direction. And that's such a big part of it. I mean, there's nobody on the planet that said in 1988 that Kirk Gibson and Lasorda were somehow going to beat the A's. Nobody would have said that, and nobody thought that. But it happened. Just somehow they had that momentum of beating the Mets, and things turned around for them, and they just ran with it and ended up being the mighty A's. So that's the thing. That's where in these short series, you never know what can happen, and momentum is such a big part of it. If you got things going in your direction, or you come up with some type of team song or some type of whatever, it seems like I used to say that all the time about Super Bowl. They had the old Bears had the Super Bowl shuffle, and then these teams come up with. I said, why don't you guys just come up with some type of song or dance or something? And that's what helps you somehow, some way. But you never know in these series and in these playoffs. I mean, the better team, what you would consider in 162, doesn't always win. And yeah, I mean, it's all about how you match up and who's hot at the right time. And the thing that I always love looking for is there's always some unsung heroes. There's always the guy that didn't really play much that somehow gets a big pinch hit or does something, and I always love watching that aspect of it as well. It's not always the big stars. somehow the underdog comes through and does something fantastic. So,
Kind of like your buddy Aaron Boone.
well, there you go. There you go. And there's a whole long list of them that have shown up big in a World Series of the playoffs to help their team advance. And that's always fun to see, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Now, before we sign off here, is there anything that you want to tell the viewers? Any last talking points?
Not really. I mean, I think in my book, I talk about a lot of aspects. I think there's a lot of things that, the great thing about like this and student radio, if you got students listening, is that, you're in a study, no matter what it is, sports or not, in a study and trying to create, it's the beginning of creating your specialty. And I talk about that in the book because you have to have a specialty or brand and some type of identity to who you are for someone to feel like, I want to hire this person. And the only way you can do that is through evidence. So no matter what you're studying in, whether it's accounting or whether it's marketing or in sports administration, what can I do to bolster my resume? I can't just go to class and do that because everybody does that. And everybody's going to walk out with some type of degree in your field. And what you can do, though, is whether it's volunteering or getting a part-time job or an internship that's in line with what you're trying to eventually get hired for. And I think that's the big thing, that everybody tries to do that after they graduate. Then they're going to try to get an internship. Then they're going to try to do this and that, when they could have been doing projects or whatever. Say you're a social media person, you could have been doing social media for the local high school. You could have been helping them out. You could have been doing whatever you do to now, when you do graduate, you're in better position to get a job. And for somebody to see you as somebody with some type of experience, and it's tangible. I did this, and then I did this. And I worked here, and here are my duties. And then I directed this and took it all. And then you're putting that together as part of your presentation for somebody to hire you. That's part of your sales pitch for somebody to hire you. And I think that's the thing that there's a lot of time in college, whether it's spent going to parties or looking at TikTok or whatever you guys do nowadays, or Face Snap or something, that you could be doing something a little bit more productive in line with what you want to do later in life. And that's not to say that you don't have fun and you do that, but to totally try to figure out, what can I do besides going to class that helps me for when I do get that piece of paper at the end, for somebody to find me valuable. And those are the people that actually get hired, instead of all the masses that just went to college and now are looking for an internship to somehow get some type of experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Those are some really great words of wisdom, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this interview with Bill. Bill, thank you very much again for being on the show.
Not at all. It's my pleasure. You kidding me? It's a great show. It's an Emmy award. What do they do? Win Emmys, or what is this? What kind of
I hear we're in contention to be nominated for an Emmy, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Whatever they win these type of awards, then yeah, you're in contention. So I'm happy to be on here.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I will see you next week. And this has been It's a Sure Thing. Thank you very much. Have a good one.